All right, it's almost membrane season. It's April and it's snowing, so we're utilizing this weather day as the opportunity to train some of our employees on hot air welding PVC membrane, TPO membrane, and safety concerns with flat roofs. And everyone is hard at it. Everyone's welding 60 mil PVC right now. We did a little training about 20 minutes ago, and in another 20 minutes we'll do a second little training and then just move through about 4 steps in a heat welding process so that pretty much all of our employees will be trained on this and be certified on it at the end of today. Something good to do with a cold weather day. When we're hand welding PVC to clad PVC metal, which means this drip edge metal is, this drip edge metal is coated, or it's clad with PVC rubber. You can dig your fingernail into it, you can feel it. So you can heat weld PVC to it. But when you're doing it, you need to slow way down, because essentially what you're doing with the hot air welder is turning the clad on the metal and the bottom of what you're welding into 2 liquids. If it's a black rubber membrane, what kind of membrane most likely is it? Okay. And who can tell me the difference between PVC and TPO? This is actually something that you will keep with you for the rest of your time that you're working here, because you're going to get each of these things signed off on as you progress. And then some of them will require 2 signatures, meaning you trained and then later you retrained, because it's a more difficult to grasp scenario. And sometimes it'll be 3. And it'll either be my signature or your form. Concerns, we're going to do a quick walk around when we get on the roof. Is there an electrical line overhead? Could we grab a piece of metal drip edge, tip it up on end, and hit a power line? We need to know about that immediately. Is there a power conduit coming into the roof and there's those connectors that are wrapped with crappy old electric tape and wires sticking out sometimes? Those will kill you. Do we need to know about it? Okay, the next thing is you have to have a piece of metal. And you slide that underneath both pieces, and what you're going to do is heat weld this area here 1.5 inches wide and this area here 1.5 inches wide. Okay, just like that. Here we go. I'm going to start with this butt joint, and I'm not going to do a back weld on the butt joint. The important thing on the butt joint, you can't see it, so you need to know that you're not too far in here and that you're right on the edge of this dog ear that you cut off. All right? And remember, you always roll perpendicular to the seam you're welding. I'm relaxing up here and I'm pushing down hard when I come this way. And if you're doing it just right, you'll see a little bit of smoke rolling out of there. And I can feel it dropping off of the edge of that membrane underneath. Now watch, you'll see some bleed out right here. Not too much, but I'll show a little bit more. It's 80 mil, yeah. If you look close, you can see a little line of black right around the edge of that corner, and that's your bleed out. Sometimes you're gonna get a lot more, and that's okay. Or something that Austin's gonna find with his seam probe when he's checking all your welds. And when Austin finds a cold spot, he works it as hard as he can, and then he grabs it and he tries to open that weld up as far as he can. And he's not gentle with it. He's way less gentle than you're gonna be when you're seam probing, because he's looking for every mistake he can that could fail and cause that roof to leak even 5 years down the line.